do adventure and so ataho Ivan Kyei Innocent agra maha na pombo there.
Oh, nyame adoma ho de ho.
I'm saying she said to say that.
Oh, yes. The first time in I house member Hache. By the Nyamias said, finally, we are here.
Nice one, sir. Bibia Boko there.
Oh, Nyamiadum, a holding ho. And he all shared the state of a minor. And then we are babu nebu abum because Obian. Aniswa de hunu ni senka state no ebenam ekwan so a wo hwe animu a wo anim because somewhere amanfo look up to the American dream oya kwane ye wo ne na onim the future and whichever direction bia o free say ne passion ne de owo nimu ebetimi a drive no bia na onim say the state will provide the necessary incentives opportunities be available bia ni pan betimi achieve by ha esum ade anim kan. The very people who are supposed to ensure say ombema sa kwan na da ho no omasesa oman na japade de hwe ye ho na mabunu no there seem to be no future and the enemu there seem to be no way out and ayete ho so na ye hunhun from mine na mama economy na siniti ase because amanfo de ahopre na efom man no sika no ye foma ye de hwe ya ankasa ye ho ye ni ye friend say tima bi se o sika ne yo manfo sika sika ne ya hiafo sika no a yesi de hwe nkura mebai na menam traffic im akura wadi mfie 10 years eso pure water enam we eton ebia sa pure water no meton ane ma mesada no nidi but ba kofo etimi de nsabo man sika mu wie sika na atimi sanya kokodro betena TV so yo de fo sika no nya no he hiafo sika and wasabo ano so I think that is the kind of politics and nay yaba behu a ema o man na bedu abi obedu but eguso pem mitio obo homoden and I'm sure said these advocacies to certain extent enya impact go over the years since I heard a kind of politics ya no krom hana that extreme partisan politics nipa no kwatena ye we boko left we boko right but so what would you know at the end of the day you become confused you don't even know issue no he
presented a fact
what I say but with the advent of this new media and new platforms and I think say you are delving over to who say what concept no bebre just trying to educate the ordinary Ghanaian out there say ya better politics at say no who say politics na and it's not about emotions it is not about tribalism me wo fire ni wo fa nu ani we attention we hu ye fe this about the issues the core issues are end up pinning one kasa personal and the collective welfare of people out there and the society. So yet me do that particular Pampaso and I may sure say things will change because there be a man for Casa better than near masses. When it started in France, it was like this. They had a first estate, now blocks, first estate, the second estate, and the commoners. A drew by say common about Sikani ba to bar. And then here for 5 and no vote. You count to boom. Just a boom but when it started waging that mental revolution, man of course, so I do a give rise to physical revolution there. But then France it me changing the status and now everybody is equal and the economy is out there now too near. Me sure say it is one of the success stories Obia working on the psyche and on the minds of a lot of people. A time will come and they will appreciate politics, issue-based politics. And nipa no ba accept no kind and obey mao and a new mum nipa no so making informed decision. By nya de yekohu no kuma we be say me de ya wo meto ha me ma me ha no free and to abanko ha da na we den so as to whether the person is doing right or wrong or not de obato amano. When politician enyenye sa adwene say nipa no oye den obato abamana you are giving him enough motivation to do the exercises. God him say aye den Nkrofo we there ba form or lamba to aba mame. You are not demanding any accountability from anybody. So and no can who be and I incentivize and motivate a lot of some of the politicians who are impunity and they choke the political platform fence landscape as will be a year because he's with a view say a year then chile me constituency way dear not because or your friend saying oh yeah at the papa bia but because Nipano Free say he's one of them baby free banner but I think say name best
I see but I shall mine that's an echo because earlier can be say you work with that to America onim the name say I need be some basic needs be on my own and when ya never be a man at Tumpon Brabum ombre Africa we have come far and never bet me as a son actually and I send you a team because sometimes yet Tianum I'm up for or call and says oh the Amoyan de Mocasa to go said I didn't there Sana ebeye near or try so be near my you know then Sandy Pania the rest and you will not beg an a year with these kind of words are Timika and you won't boom for my now man future send a walking America akwada ya wouldn't get you them say anya de no be die do be hye ene ne a obi frade e ene no de enye so kwa so de bi ko bom paye ko we kamfa gu ne yemu ansana se be nsatimi aka
oze obi kan sem bi o say no change is sudden change be a process and first started from the thinking of the people kwa am fa so betimi I contextualize it as seminar AC no or process it, then they make sense out of it. South Africa, when it comes to human resources, I will be saying the most valuable one, a human resource. And so what's scanning across all the continent in the world, Africa is the richest. Because continent is estimated by 2050, your population by 60%. We are between the ages of call it the youthful population. So when it comes to that human resources, yena yawo abundantly, and economy be here human resource. Now what me tap into that human resource to you leverage it to do a lot. So Okwa America says here there is something they call the knowledge economy. Nipa deseni sa youth na ba nimdia and now to always on the Facebook about wait to say so those knowledge na amount for through research and as for eba bonteno to certain extent they are leveraging that particular knowledge to create huge industries amount for enya adwuma ye edo so mfaso eba ye ha no what is happening is a youth na ye ha no leadership enimos almost mfaso so America transia ye research who say the average age a working age you know nipa no omunyini because average age by 2050 they will be somewhere around 40 to 54 years. That is the average. And now we check on population at that range, you know. And now be nipa or nipa. Say nipa no nyina it means a workforce na we here. I bet me my economy na conform no. Winya. Until deliberately they came up with some policy. One of them, and I had American lottery now. Yeah, when I had and say, oh, Yankopon, Frisura Babashan. A way of shipping your friends say individuals, energetic youth from Africa to go and contribute to the economy out there.
Exactly.
Because they know so you need to tap into that human capital, human resource. Say we have a fairly whole. After COVID-19 by so over here UK. Look at the number of nurses or more people from Africa. The same human resource because they don't have it. And in Germany, you cried the West. And then they are omonam and almost shaman for kutu pase or more upasa. The government will take care of you. They are motivating people say young give birth because I'm not analysis here. Youthful population they are losing them. And the economy be a wouldn't youthful population, yeah, the economy cannot survive. But we have it in abundance. A dear initiative and the political concept under penny politics in Africa no a poverty and a tongue. Poverty and a creating is a multi-dollar industry. Because when you create that poverty now you impoverish a lot of people and out of that you know adeka krabia be yamo mubia exactly. So poverty has become a deliberate political tool set to control a lot of the people here. And to take away your economic freedom. And then now, Ubedi, I just offer no. Obeda, just offer no. What danka spices here? You need to call him. But in America, you become self-sufficient economically. You are empowered.
Deliberate, Anna.
Deliberate. Deliberate. That is the concept of power defining politics in Africa. Because there is a way out. Because I'm for ye money ye. Identity. Because leadership now I tell you antiasia. You can leadership and inspiring somebody to do a dear. If you are not cry any who and so so bit me. So as a leader, you have the vision, then you have your friends ideas. The passion is there. So all you have to do is to leverage the collective energy of the citizens, your positive energy around you. Then you'll be able to come out with initiative because so ideas, you know. Now the collective energy of the citizenry, I'm a Taiwachi, when he came from the US, he has all the fine ideas, all the fine vision, but he was not able to leverage the collective energy, the positive energy of the country at his back. And the awkward and nimno, nebimu train sign. So to be successful, no, you need that energy. For instance, when Akufo-Addo says industrialization, a lot of people bought into that because Omofri say so tomatoes no more, and this will be a factory our command. Then people out there do tea or tomatoes now. Omunim say there is a factory out there, the koha will be better a juma. So people bought into those things. But at the end of the day, it turned out to be something. Unfortunately, the very person I didn't see was the only leader. No, he's not a leader. And maybe I'm what how I do say this is governance and all running. To me, I see this whole thing as a Ponzi scheme.
Ponzi scheme.
Oh yes, he's not. Ponzi scheme in a sense. Ponzi scheme is a fine act of swindling, like that amount for. That is it. Because so we see in some akosu okroma, for instance, the we catch us say Trump card and Akufo-Addo the buy to protect the public purse. And out there at the political fringes, answer na Obabeye your friend is saying we know the message you say or you're incorruptible. And among four believe who say, oh papa we the hena order no hard. On the radar of corruption, say I'm not say analyze it. The number of scandals are erupting this government. But when in governance, there are people from different background, with different ideological orientation, with different perspective, with different interests. And so obiaba the propensity say obiba commit evil a high. But somebody need to assert himself as a leader. Nipani be look up to you say, hey, minya chronona mebo papa we wo hoyi. That's what I'm saying, say every human being had that propensity to be evil. But the state, the incentives and opportunities, state say you take it away. Okay. So you take those incentives and opportunities away. In doing so, the state can never afford to be weak or show mercy. These are two things a state can never show. So we ye pet or minor bo. So citizens who say state can show mercy and the state is weaker. Or mobe di diso ama minor say. And this is South Korea in 2016. Obo president be by. Omo friend Park Jin-hyo. Scandal na buy a Samsung group of company. Her apparent to Samsung group of company ya ton phone. Or ne president no. Now they were engaging in a lot of financial way. A cause a huge scandal. At the end of the day, the president had to resign. He was prosecuted. The heir apparent of Samsung was jailed. And then the Bureau of National Intelligence, the director himself also went to jail. We are talking about high-ranking government officials. Yes, see the inside of a jail because of corruption. That is all that leadership is about, because he has set the state in such a way, say, we are individual, it doesn't matter your status. If you go against the law, you face the consequences. So as a leader, that is what you do. And what our point is in who are Omusro. For instance, let me take you back to the time of Rawlings. Abraham Rawlings is president. We are appointee. The mere fact that Rawlings is a president alone scares you. Because I won't quiet idea. Now what can I say? Hey, now Rawlings or Chiwa, because stories about baby so boy man for crying so as to whether say it true. It's independent personality net honor. On the vice president. You have to tell stories in India. Exactly. Yes. Yes. So leadership, no. A man for you are always a reference point. Say nipa no kwaya de e wo suma se kra no kai se papa no ho no chemi ade na beba. So the very moment people will go beyond that and do the excesses, it means that they don't respect you. So Akufo-Addo, as he's walking around now, none of his appointees and will respect for him. Because if they have respect for you, nipa no commit those things na. Oba doing home you know. So he has provided the incentives, the opportunities are there, and he himself has been a subject of, your friends say, a lot of scandals. Fresh on our minds, Al Jazeera incident, DSCA, when the president threatened to take the media station on, they called his bluff. Till date, he has not been able to react. The story, Enenam. And Yabasa, you lose your leverage. The credibility is no longer there. So nobody will take you serious as president, especially when you also have a track record. Say somebody else will guard the state against the excesses of your appointees. And you and our by the clearing agent scandals, we have a lot of state institutions, and now there are new addition the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Yeah.
First
of its kind.
On one at the buyer. So these powers, these institutions, army or more with these prosecutorial powers. Say Asamoba, they should have an investigate to establish the merit in the case or the otherwise. That is the job by their mom. But Asamoba, that's almost a money master of that president and can't clear any panel. When an executive president declare Obia as a state institution, you have no this thing to go into those things. Because I know they want to be that can president not conclude. Just like the Okan Miami the Babon thing. You investigation. But an executive president, you see, when it comes to being an executive president on issues of this nature, and you don't have an opinion because you are seen as the CEO of this whole enterprise called Ghana. And when you pass commenter, and you're very, very key. So you just allow the process to go. Don't comment. But the president will move and says, I hope, sir, you come out clean. Now, when I state institution, president will hope so come out clean. Now you go and indict the woman. You can't do that. So the president has created a safe haven. And I was saying compromising. You baby a 21st century arena soon. I am okay. We himself family and friends governor saying crisis.
Family and friends governor.
And Mate on several platforms, I'm for saying now more qualification there. Just go and read about political corruption. One of the key things, chronism and these things. One of them, family and friends, is there. And your mom try no winning answer. Because what it means is say, so Wabushi and Nipa are so close to you, you must share that position of Winuma. At the end of the day, you'll be compromised to take some decisions as I will take it. For instance, where Kenofurata, they are conducting. Why is the president unable to act? Because or in the family member and around the president, that tiny band of family cabana or trying to in this administration, look at the number of scandals are involved, and the president has not been able to act in any of the instances. PDS deal by the family members as sabi or muni executive locus biano nano boache jacoba bonting you tin sama na okeka. There are some people sitting somewhere who think that this whole thing is not government. It's not a state bill around you. Or more of an Uncle Brenner was setting up an enterprise called Ghana. And then he has invited them. So they have no respect for anybody. So these guys are thriving with impunity on daily basis. And now mine consistently. So when you come back to why corruption has become a number in the first place, president have failed to exercise that overall boss. Man for who say, oh, Papa we and I want lower the bar. So every appointee be who say, this is the time. So my culture said, if you take out the politics, this is a complete steal hour.
But then I because you were president proud to election 2016, the kind of video be or say or incorruptible what it can be or project the vice president said project under John Mahama in administration she called me the year in Puntujumo Krumano a bit to me aye mohomo baby no anami and second nine na ababedu na benso not the fight against corruption I say because when him say you see the character of the leader representing the group
exactly
then as
I think that in the first place, Akufo-Addo any leader. That is what Ghana for Bebre and for Moni Nkoso.
Akufo-Addo any leader.
He's not a leader. And I'm a catcher say, Adie bi wuntu me yet. Nasa what the patapa be jisa obeya. And Merani na what the shower time for any munyam.
But it's all collections on the party we need primary.
It doesn't matter. Akufo-Addo has never been a leader. Leadership is not about people electing you to the higher office. It is about one kasa or personality or integrity and the kind of way or offer. And then they define a leader. But anybody at all, especially in an era where our political dispensation is monetized. With money, Obia can get to. Because we have some of the regional party chairman in Binuma. Obitimi to Galam say all of a sudden whom be free all of a sudden then his regional regional chairman. That person don't be surprised or Chinawa catches up a president because honestly he has been around for quite a while. So it doesn't mean that we a leader. Akufo-Addo is never a leader. And what tenacity in Semna no Kana, he was just talking keke. Because if you sit down and do any comparative analysis, now for corruption, now Okan Hansam under John Mahama, now for corruption under what is going on. clearly you see say Akufo-Addo has been using all his time whitewashing Mahama and making him clean. So opportunity now when you saw no the president, he's rather using that particular opportunity, and they wash his opponent because I don't know only another patapa ababeje. Say Kyei abra this $1 million whole scandal by abra Vicky Hammer issued by so okay.
Yeah.
This is a lady all can our radio all can or then for aiding Komaya recording no. Sikano in Sankayo. But in the end, the consequence being the see. But this in this particular instance, the scan I don't know all can has been actualized as Sikanu Guni them. Sikanu Guni them. And there are instances in some now you expecting a president Akufo-Addo be Jinoma said. State, yenya investigation to the bottom. Now you're making sure say at least one person can fan set example. Sabaya the other appointees, bet you be free. But eba now the president remove it to the center now clearing people. At the end of the day, why any detail, that deterrence is not there. So element of deterrence has been taken away. And in governance, whenever that element of deterrence, you free a free day for Obia. And it's exactly the kind of platform Nana Akufo-Addo are creating for his appointees, just swimming in the pool of your friends saying corruption daily basis, about no investigation. Now even in even a timer, Ubenya state institutions crowd also move in to investigate, the president using the powers to go against them. Popular aye dominivu who's a money interview or say you booting out all because of Crow and associate and link it to your friend saying some of his family people. I know the day or heaven you're booting out when the ruling came from the Supreme Court. I know the day the president was faulted. He was not even able to apologize to anybody in this country. What I say? So the air question I Sikagu among for them as if no blame nobody, blame the president because he's never a leader. Aya patapana or buy no the beji akumya na oteso. So sa patapana, unfortunately for him, he's rather using it to wash his opponent. Because only me. And so has scandals I see o catalog I mean so say betimi akan. But as a leader, we set up the standard. Bar near very high. And then that moral and ethical considerations in your share. Now what the air your appointment and nipa no cry at the bonia. And your president number catches on resigning. But Nipano or no one can resign. But go to the past and check. My incident thereby, you hear a lot of people on TV trying to assign justification as to why Mammy Benya Sikaguni them. Woman who saw the letter about one thing. Yeah. Earlier letter not the buy. She could not assign a single reason to justify why those money were in her room. Explanation on the buy and say, oh, Sikane charge sheet in this does not represent the amount involved in this whole thing. But this is a court proceeding that has been running for a very long time. And the question you should be asking yourself, I don't know how my newspaper front page and the Chrome Hayatino states no intelligence. President Enyawe, special prosecutor by is he telling us that he has no intelligence? Court case now they were run for years, for months, until again. Mameno call police station and I'll report to Maobi, a police officer, and send a case in the Drew court. As a police officer, when such case ever to anymore, you own this state a reasonable duty of care. Because $1 million and yes, one person is also going them in foreign currency, good them. Unless if you our lances or running microfinance or them, for that one there, we can pardon her. But the only lances are all running microfinance or them. Nambum, when you $1 million, a good them no catcher say, your friend is saying, me $1 million will be a real. It is like so be a baba catcher say, police in his say, me the nipatia me free Jim, me buy me neighbor ababefa. The first thing you do is to arrest the person. And no be sent by be a yes, any party free. But the state is such that as I'm buy a cano, all these points, nobody is recognizing them, even the court and its officials. The financial intelligence unit, they should have alerted them. Because what he has to say is $10,000 ever to account to one, they will flag the financial intelligence unit. Say $20,000 ever to account, they will flag them. You're flagging, it doesn't mean that we are corrupt, but you need to explain Ajuma we are a Husika, what you have tax. So nobody is saying that my men are but in some night, she cannot answer them and come out clean. She cannot. I have listened to a lot of some comic characters on TV trying to explain why she had those monies. But you see, that is on the other side. There is no reasonable basis anybody can justify.
All right.
Because unless she's able to prove what your friend said, the tax where you are home, a jumo your source and answer for bank or your transfer. You see, these are legitimate questions that we need to delve into. But you step aside all this and the special prosecutor as usual. Or by why inviting over 100 of people. Me say and some of these things are very sensitive. The office of the special prosecutor is a new creation, even though your friend is saying police for no investigation. But you see issues like this, and can you expect the CID to delve details into it to establish the core issues, then the special prosecutor will take it up for prosecution.
I see.
Yes, but what could do say when I started from the beginning to build a case? If you're unable to build any competent case, subsequently we are not issue near Twogu said yes, the other way. So the crisis at Ghana is as a result of leadership. Elsewhere, people come with the ideas, with the brains, try to rally behind them, the positive energies of the state. Now, vision no more, you realize it one after the other. Trust and confidence. But with your president, now at any point in time, I say the authority of every president, would you free the trust and the confidence citizens? Say, that trust and confidence in you have no locus playing president anymore. Governance, that government will lose the value. As we speak, go out there and do survey. Ghana for the kind of trust and confidence they have in this Akufo-Addo government is zero. So this government, the president is just there playing president. He's not a leader, and it's the reason why we are in this mess. And some more can't be able to do anything. So we're not the same people. No one has a Ghana a proud nation. Young IMF and as for no. Look at where we are. We are saddled with debt to the extent say our debt. Abayen Samantha we here who free me and I team, and there seem to be no redemptive alternative aside say you call IMF. Na yensan konko bobusia because the enamu and the anka obi badwene ho nsenka we will not be sitting on TV and discussing scandals. We have a president that kasamre oni ni team atenase IMF edisika na kakra braen on her own intervention in the initiative ben ayese di gu akwamu say be betime create job opportunity for the youth. Na ya make sure say economy na afford no ya de nhyehyɛ ABC de agu ho a betime my economy na recover. Nsami sha say ekoso what be what is our binding nhyehyɛ bia ba say way long term no ne prospect ne medium term ne prospect ne na say short term there is absolutely nothing apart from say young constrained amount for to the extent say even pensioners and kokora for mo wie omo adwuma asabi ordinary sika akoto bank no abind the patapad ne say gu sika no so now one person $1 million egu ni dem at the time or mine dollar kwa atwea to the extent say your dollar ni your CD rate ohwa o compare ama business nyina say to the extent say the information minister at some point in time eba be pagana for say yesira more dollar mo famra na emra out say be ya dollar na betimi appreciate at that time nyina na ma me no $1 million and over egu ni dem a minister of state. So it is about the kind of leadership that we have. Leadership, or inspiring, is rather incentivizing and motivating people. President Akufo-Addo Kasad, nothing shows he's a leader. Oh, okay, Abragalam say issue no buy na Ghana for Niabre trying to find a way out. The solution on the buy anything. Also, excavator to Jatum. Nasana President Kasa. Executive president, you talk about in a democracy. No. We are not in a banana state and we are not in a lawless state. Such comments, cancer answer a kind of person you are. Very rowdy person. Because he has no solution. And when the panel no more, yes, I money, people close to him. So, Professor Yasamobai, I was in the field crowd of the day to do. Some no media man the camera and number. So the president the trust and confidence among for one as a leader. A new hobby that is why the platform near level grounder. Okay,
Mama Chow Noble, honorable room side, say trust on Chow Noble now. Honorable Amadou Sorogo, El Hanum Sorogo for Medina for Sorogo. Sadi we dear. Ebekitaya Kosidache. Ebekitaya Kosidache. It's not just I don't know. Honorable Akwaba.
Yeah, many akuma. I just say.
Nyame adom me ho ye na.
Na me tie o na seriously speaking. My member a young man ya o take on so aba wa ya de. Me bana me feel say e ka say when we have the men, we also have to say we have the youth. The future belongs to the youth. And me bana me tie enye so odi atem on the point now to say yes. He knows exactly what he's talking about. But me say ya didi kakra. Ya tafre kakra. Ya hu kakra. Na omo di achi no. Because seriously speaking, say me tie ne ekoso na me hwe ne ekoso na me hwe nsemo a aban kekaye titru ne kwaku adodankwa akakaye kwaku de samine na ne parliament timi de taso sa naja akope akokobia ayi so yan other team bi ma me na manum na maka chense kwaku president pa de bi wase chale ma mindi kakra enti kwaku start is up president di na check na yenyina yeses wantie ene owamati kopo amanfo kasa ya but so we na no de na ode ba ye no na nsem no doko ewo asichire na wo hwe ne dimina oyakokra ompega na ska osun Ghana opayecho epamucho ya mobo utie nsem ni nyina tu se o papa yi bibi wo no na no kran so se 2016 na ahokyere ne de we are afana nyina whether you like it or not na unity ba ne nyina so no ya de niam atoto wa otimu say yes yes sabi so wo ba na uko ba be ma se obetwa so onya me che no akwada no a ya pa utwa no a osu kam ba to pa ja no ho na onyini na ohun se sabi boto ne tua na se na ode ba ye wo no o ka che ne se nka mitwa ya e ba ye wo ya onto ase da enokra abakasa de no antwa aye me yakura nka ba this time no ide nka wu ya onoko te sa na ndc time ya de ne amatoto fe eja seminar meka se bia me ndc ni ntimi ka manfo be ka se me bias but se wa obetia international commentators financial institutions projectors o munyina ka se wa obewe ni 2016 ayini bia no ubenya a lot of leeway because niame here was say ye no ayabe macro na 2 point me agina ono John Dramani mama wa ye ni nyina se Kyei a dum so na ansa na ye ba be kono na dum so no ye yi no afiri okra ema ono ankasa baomia eba be kan se na after all se dum so no ye na ye de abante se ye afiri wa ye mebo ye nsema wa na we refri se dum so hoda dada because me call MP 2005 for me me ranking for deputy ranking for mines and energy me MP and the time when Akufo aye president Kufo time ne science power agreements with gas Nigerian WAPCO ne ka hono because ne pen interminti no yes sign agreement se wo mo ani wo mo so a na ye ni ade bi ebetimi de ache wo mo the only thing say ekotua $10 million na Nigeria for $10 million nipa ba akokra eto no botomo otimi yi nti that time no okaya ya kan so ye be so ne nesia ebe konesia yi tukomusa ko cancer president Kufo efri abaso ama president Milsaba na dum so ejina modendende yen kan kosi nyina amasa hwe bebi ene Ghana ya kwa akodu se utie ne omo ye yen samrani se utie MPs ebinum osla usu ene metie no na Victoria Hammer emra oko dwini ni trimsa onu de nkonya say ni say obi say wa nya $1 million na ontimi ne nkota so because ka for ya no masmede eti ni ensemo a sebe predu asa oslo usu ekekan ye ekan say yen set probe obi anadwini mu keke o enso ene omunyina ye din ye tensemo a jomboadu no mwanum kan ye.
People are angry, whichever way you want to say it. When you hold such a position of honor, yes, Obianim say chrono de yanko report it. But at the time of Nipa Buofunu, yankotna TV so enko speaking the way he's talking. Because at the end of the day, yes, you know, you must take the side of the public. But my catcher say, Governor ye omubu man. It's like a cartel of unintelligent criminals. Criminals are sabi. Yen you see adwen. So omo kasa, they don't consider where they are sitting and answer the ekoso. Baby if you check the waves, Ghana for a wolf, and if we are not careful, anything at all can happen. Because Matisa Manfo are worried about, I said, the recent wave of incivility. Boys, you know, Kasai, they did their tablet and so forth. We see, we are even fortunate. Elsewhere, Omunyanda Argentina TV so express your more opinion and I say for you. Baby, I'm for time or two. We saw what happened in your friends, North Africa. With this emergence of this Arab Spring, as for then by youth unemployment. Because youth unemployment at time no skyrocket here to the extent that we youth are the only thing we did when you desperation. The wave of desperation was so things that nobody could bear. So Samra Abrantia no then the portal to Kogu soldier for police for Yinifro to then a G train. Come a catcher say, you can't arm robbery, need those kind of vices in our behuna. You will never see a cocra with 50 years or Timotos or Kobokrono, Nina coming back to the youth. So whenever there is youth unemployment, it threatens the very foundations of our democracy. So as a leader, you do everything to ensure, say, ubetimi I care about the situation. But in the midst of the SC, youth unemployment, and nama say youth no even omo did nap konuma omo juma say omo nya kwan be sin ne abanga so dia manfoka. And you have such a scandal rocking yen. Threatening the very foundations of our democracy. Oko countries like Sudan, I make catch you so comment Sudan, then as a former Okwa. But see, say from rebels. What's our dream is your Munim Yansa? Omunim Yansa pa. They were once civil and very intelligent like us. Okoma, a medical doctors, a binum a lawyers, a binum a professionals, but or kuratu timurum say oye ten or a rebel. Why? Because the system are failing. The system has failed to provide the needed incentive for here to survive as a human being. Because system now go against them. So human, we can be that. But when adeno qua to the extreme, people can no longer bear. And then they give rights to the excesses. Even democracy among for free general and so we see was Spain in 2014-2013. Carlos Puigdemont and then in Crowfornum, why Barcelona wanted to break away from Spain against unemployment. Because they felt that Barcelona contribution to Spanish GDP na so high because port and exit. Nema eura Barcelona na eura Spain no about 70% entry point exit in na fornum. But they are not benefiting. You to yet. So if that is the case, the break here. We saw what happened. A kakakrebi and can also samu. So we are nipana would your mind nima. That is what you must avail your mind to. So you are not just providing way, but you also work on the minds and on the psyche of the people. But when corruption ever is so rampant like this, and you don't see any definitive plan by the president, executive, or anybody say you care about the situation. I don't know today, and near man in Samu, especially so the level of hypocrisy I choke with this country. Now we be some who say, somewhere cause when any corruption is somewhere 2016 to 2014 they see and Kadena Kagana Baye. Because those days, we saw clergymen standing before pulpit and then as a forum. Yehunsema Amoka Okroma say, I am for then as for well actively involved in partisan politics. But me, man, begrudge you because politics and we live in a liberal society where everybody is entitled. Say, idea question say na or free say everybody is entitled. But we are on an arena, times 5 of what happened in the past. But all these people are quiet. That is the level of hypocrisy that is choking. But because as we speak, say yes, a platform that you provided and people are ventilating on various social media platforms. Among for expression more concerns. There are platforms that you to share to interact, having conversation in as a format. And Ghana democracy way, ebianka ya lusu. But people in charge, they see nothing shows they even care. Because the attitude of Nana Akufo-Addo and people around him has been that of indifference. He doesn't care. Now, as a president, Sabi, the very person very close to you as a chief of staff, you're born in corruption scandal. The investigation so the office now, because of the presidency, has been soiled. Because you can't the chief of staff, America, friend, the gatekeeper. We are president, our person keep presidency. it depended the kind of chief of staff away. Because on the only person close to the president, answer now when meeting with cabinet to crown on the bit me how anymore them a queue any Kenyans as a matter before you come out to meet your cabinet. So they call them the gatekeeper. That person in Ghana, no. Kennedy, that was saying, on $100,000 on Fanco Bribe at Wasafua, now on Philip a main Jumo parliament. Issue no buying, who's be investigation. The whole presidency, the corruption has surrounded the presidency. No, is so enormous to the extent that President Akufo-Addo and his people can never come out of it. And to me say DSC, it's just a sideshow of how corruption has invaded this particular administration. And the president, and he's never prepared because he himself is involved in this whole thing. That is the kind of bad leadership Akufo-Addo is living. But me, my worry is who is a 40 years as CIA or on high areas in no area. As a former president, sometimes you might always think a time there are certain never be a 1 year. Wait me go back to correct what I say. So you'll be battling, but when the good are plenty, I'll bet me the attitude with it. If you look at the kind of legacy Akufo-Addo is leaving behind, the question I'm asking is, as a former president, what kind of respect and all officials are Ghana for the Bemano? When the legacy has been nothing but theft, stealing, family and friends, corruption everywhere, and the very future of this particular country has been mortgaged. Or no come I'm mortgaging a future, and all this cano satisfy the dying days fantasies in the for the genie he doesn't care about, because as we speak, look at all state assets they see a come. Statutory funds in as a form sources a come. So we wouldn't say your fancy Asla. Yeah, mortgage, get fund your mortgage, your fancy cocoa, and also the same thing. And now on minor a car a good your conscious make a say. Look at the amount of money we are your debt portfolio saying a Coca-Cola 600 billion.
Oh, yes, 7.
Yo.
7.
Yes, the cocoa board is carrying
our account.
I buy sushi be out the Kabiani, a banker. Something never come and I call 714 billion.
That's how it's supposed to be. Because cocoa board and the car, and Yamma made a coach and Ghana banker. So you see, these people are always, they've been playing smart, thinking, say, I said, Omoya smarter than Obia. So Moko school, Yafas University of Ghana, we are no Mubu Dinu Guye. And others no call an inferior version of that school. They think they are better and they are knowledgeable than Obia. Over the years, kind of computation about a GDP near that. They factored it in. Yante Kroma about me and the cement in Nasafona, yeah, first inflation numbers will Kroma. But look, for the first time in our history, look at the amount of money I had the service debt. As of 2 years ago, now you had the over 50 billion and the service debt to Oklahoma. Yeah, inflation numbers. I remember President Mills Pampaso, a single digit inflation number. No? Subsequent days, up. No? One of the key things that Bahamas will make sure so when a single digit inflation number. And then 50 to 40. Look at the dollar rate. So there is absolutely no filter. Oh yeah, any comparative analysis. I taking all the economic indicators, indices, whatever statistics be about fact. So oh yeah, any comparative analysis to the past now. There is no point about me. I say, Baumia was out there on Twitter every day, insulting amount for Ghana borrowing recklessly. And as a for you buy your mobile singer, you didn't be a sikawan and as a for Ghanaians believed in them. Ya bobu busiana ya bono kwadi ya bobu sene nyansa nka ho ya bobu sene boom 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 sir, because when Kendoforata started borrowing people caution him say your mind are running you are not running a private enterprise, so when officer wo bobu siano and there is a he never listened to anybody within a period of 4 years. Now young on the commercial market in the bond yenenam $11 billion e kroma say besinde ubisa almost a day this can nobody has been able to explain the this as can and no minor that come now no IMF and yes a Paris club in China for ina sabi do a man or 2 man and IMF deal no cry can was them can san kai as a minor president no and yet a debia or yeah dear way to get us from where we are, and consistently with the airwaves in this, they are just bombarding us with issues of corruption and as if for them, state institutions with power and authority. You bet me a resource to go into that crown, not your shares in China. Sa papaya. Cathedral Semi now could double identity in the economy. Issue in the state, has shown no interest virtually. So I know the day no in China. You are motivating Obia. My cat say, Nifa doesn't hear it to the higher Kasai. Obia has the propensity to be evil. So the state now better take away the incentive and opportunities. Sabi me say I deal with me far consequences. But when the state constantly provided those incentives and opportunities, and then people will steal because human in his core element is evil. And as a leader, you should know this.
Okay.
But he has created a platform.
Ivan, yakuyenim na Ivan che innocent na otene ka sanso na honorable Amadou Sorogo and so